Nice to meet you. Hey guys, you want to learn how to code? If you seriously want to learn how to code, all you really need is a computer and a baseball bat. Now, this probably isn't what you expected when you clicked on this video, but okay. So when it comes down to learning to code, I don't think you should set your goals to learn how to code, but instead to set a project that needs to be completed. Because looking back at me teaching myself how to code and everything, I didn't have goals as in projects, like elements, so I would say that's pretty dang important. It would have sped up my progression way faster, and I think that's the way to go about it. So honestly, in this video, I'm going to show you how to really get your foot in the door here and start by creating projects that involve coding. And honestly, for a first timer, I think learning how to code comes easy when you build a website. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's probably going to be the easiest start point for anyone. So let's just get into that, okay? What's going on? Alright, if you clicked on this video, first off, I just want to say thank you. You're a god. I appreciate it. Also, I'm just going to put it out there. I've never made a website before. I've never truly made a website. So I'm kind of just making this video to show everyone else that you can, if you have zero experience, to actually make a website. So I'm just gonna condense this all down for you, so then that way you guys know, if you just watch this and follow along as close and pay attention as much as possible, that you can have a website by the end of it as well. So I hope that's just how it goes, and I hope you have a website at the end of this. Don't be a quitter. So before you even sit down and start typing away at your computer, there's honestly a few things you want to think of before you get started. What's it going to look like? Maybe draw it out, like some sketches on some notebook and pieces of paper, and color-wise, that just goes with just the overall theme of your site. How is it going to look to the user, and does it make sense for that to be the vibe? And other than that, I guess those are really just it. Just plan a little bit. You need to think about what your site's going to look like. Maybe just use some inspiration from other sites that you like or you've used before, and then get some ideas. And it doesn't need to be perfect. Just have something. Just know what you're going to kind of jive with. Maybe have some sayings, the title of your site, and some catchphrases if it's a business, if it's some art or some photography that you're trying to show off. Then just have that idea. Know what you're starting this for. Or if you're just doing this for fun, then have fun, all right? Also, don't just think you're going to be able to do this in like an ungodly amount of time. This is going to take you probably like, I'm going to say maybe 5 hours. Just cut out a good block of 5 hours, all included, of what you're going to need to create the site, all right? Time management, think about that. Don't think you're going to go into this and have this done in literally 15 minutes, because that's not how this is going to work. You actually need to put the time in, all right? All right, also, you need to keep in mind that you're going to need photos for this whole thing, this product. So if it's food, if it's whatever you need to take photos of, go take photos of it. That's what I'm going to go do real quick, so yes. Now that you got your photos taken, I'm going to explain to you like the three main, like most important things, I guess, the components that really make up a website, like a real website that's going to go live. And I'm going to do that with some cool stop motion that I created, so let's show that. So it really starts with the code. The code is comprised of like major three files: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The HTML file is like the backbone, where that's like composed of like just the text and like grid-like things. It's how it's like laid out. The CSS file is really like the styling, like colors and how that text is oriented. And the JavaScript is like logical or like action requests. You're gonna have to put all of these folders inside of the same file as well as your images to make sure that this site actually works and runs, because it won't be able to find the directory correctly if you don't have it like that. And then we're going to upload it to a web host, and that's going to make your website actually come to life. The web host is going to be a little bit complicated, just a warning. But then on top of that web host, this is kind of optional. You don't really have to do this. Some free web hosts give you free domains, but I don't like this because it has like a weird extension at the end of it. And a domain is really, for example, like when you type in google.com, that is a domain name. Or even like when you type into your Chrome browser youtube.com, that is also a domain name. So you're going to want to pick a very like one that pertains to you, so whatever your domain name is. And then thirdly, well, this is fourthly. So we're going to put your turn your computer on and get to work here. You can use whatever browser you like. I like to use Chrome, so turn on your computer and let's get to it. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do when you have Chrome open is we're going to download a free IDE. So I just want to show you guys what an IDE is. An IDE is really just a integrated development environment. So what this really does is lets you, I'm going to say, edit code and just look into it. We're going to try to keep the coding to a minimum because I'm not really certain that's very important, especially on a first project. It's more about just accomplishing the goal that we set out to do. So that's obviously creating a website. So a IDE that I use is actually called Brackets. And you can see the IDE down that we're looking for here. Adobe Open Source Editor. We're going to do this one just because I've actually downloaded from this one before. So what we're going to do here is download free for PC, and boom, you can see it starts downloading here. Just be careful what you click on because obviously you don't want to click on that. And here it is, it's downloading. Here you can see that I already actually ran through this, so I'm just going to open this up. And here we go. So you can see that I actually already downloaded this. I already have this installed. So I'm just going to remove, just so I can show you guys the process here. Remove, and it should just run through normally and download for you. So we're going to go into our downloads just to see maybe it's in our downloads here. Downloads, yes. So we're going to do let's do 3. Sorry, I did this twice, so it might be a little weird. Install. Okay, so now Brackets is successfully installed. So where the heck did it go is the real question. You would think it'd be downloads. If not, that's all right. I'll just go down to the bottom right, and you can just search up Bracket. There she is. Awesome. So we're gonna exit out. Actually, we'll just do it. All right. So we're good to go. We got this wild one here. We'll do a file new, and then delete all these. So, all right. So we're going to put that on the back burner for right now. Now, what we're going to need to search up here is a domain name. So we're just going to type in domain names, right? Domain names. Find Gator host. We're going to go for GoDaddy. I think it's the cheapest one, if I'm not mistaken.
Register for $2.99 domain name. All right. So right here at the top of this GoDaddy site, we're going to type in whatever domain you want. So average, guy Isaac. So that's the domain I want. Search it up. Oh no, it's taken? Just kidding, guys. I own that. So I already actually bought this, but just to show you, just here, maybe average Isaac. That's actually not a bad one. Just to show you basically how this is done. Adding to cart. Hopefully it doesn't just continue. Let's just continue to cart. Do that. And obviously, what I did here was, I think I did no thanks, honestly, and the domain protection, privacy, and stuff like that. Just did, yeah, none of that stuff, no thanks. So I just tried to do the cheapest option possible. And boom. So 2 years. So you can change this to 1 year to whatever you want. So subtotal $21. Mine was not that expensive. I don't remember being that expensive. So maybe just look around a little bit and find one. I do remember buying it here. I don't think I spent over. Maybe I did. I don't know. For 2 years. I think I did get it for 2 or 3 years. I'm not sure. So yeah. So now that you kind of figured out what your domain is going to what your domain is going to be, you don't have to buy it right now. You can hold on to it for a while until your website is actually complete. So what I like to do, and I think this is really important for anyone really trying. All right, so download zip right here. So we're just going to download that zip, and so I already downloaded it. Whoopsie dipsis. And the thing to do here is go into your downloads, and it's actually a zip file. So what we're going to do here is extract all. And let's select where we want this. I think I'm just going to do my desktop for now because I'll move this later. So select desktop, extract. Awesome, awesome, possum. All right, and then we'll minimize. Okay, where? Right here she is. Okay, so now that we got it here, let's do this. Open with brackets project. Do you see that, guys? Click on that. And boom, it's here. All right. Now the cool thing about brackets is, I'm going to keep this on half of my screen here, because what you can do here is, let's find the file. So what we really want is a image assets, JavaScript, and then index. So this is all the files, images, everything that you're really going to need. So in this dist file, there's an index.html. This is what's going to be the backbone, like I said earlier. And over here in the top right, there's a little lightning bolt. We're going to click on that. And it's going to make the website live on a locally run on your computer. So you can go through here, check it out, and be like, wow, this is cool. This is exactly what I want. Or you can be like, I hate this, and go get a new one. And this is honestly, I don't know, I'm a big fan of this. You can see that these are images. You might want to use these images, and this might be perfect for you because it's exactly your business. It's, oh, how do you know that I love sunglasses and things like that? And all these icons could be perfect, and all you really need to do is just kind of make it customized to your liking. So that's what we're going to do here. And this is probably going to be the part where it gets daunting. So what's going on here? Yep, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. And boom. All right. And the cool thing about brackets is if you go through and you could see, like, when you touch elements, it will let you know what element you're touching. So this is really helpful, especially if you're just starting out and you don't know what like any of this stuff means. So it's like button, class equals nav, type, button, a top, like collapse, nav, and you could be really confused. The cool thing about this is it lets you know what element you're looking at. So you can touch a bunch of stuff and be like, oh, so this is the menu icon here where it says button class. So I guess you need this to be a clickable icon for it to say button. And nav bar. It's just, I don't know, very helpful. So what we're going to do here is the photos that we took earlier, maybe even logos and things like that, and fonts and things, we are going to, logos and things like that, we're actually going to go find some fonts and colors that I'm going to jive with and keep on this site. So what we're going to do is go back to this, maybe make this some full screen action here, and I'm just going to type in a great resource I think to use is W3 Schools. Boom. And I love this because if you're trying to get into any kind of language, honestly, this is the site you should go on. It's free, absolutely awesome. And you could just run through these tutorials, right? Like tutorials, and just learn everything there is to learn, right? HTML, JavaScript, server side, programming, like web building, everything you could possibly want to learn is right here, and it's awesome. You could run through it. I guarantee you don't even have to go to college. You could just run through this whole thing and actually get to know it front to back and memorize these things. You could be making a ton of money and making some really cool stuff. So what we're gonna do here is exercises, mini tutorials. Scroll all the way down here. See colors. Awesome. Let's go to colors. And I think you can just scroll down to the bottom here. I know there's a way to get like RGB, hexes, things like that. And you could just use this to pick colors. Hex, do that. Gradients, things like that. You can select what colors you want. All kinds of wild stuff. And you're going to get these numbers and things like that, which you really, really want. It's code. It does a lot of the coding for you. So really all you have to do is be the logical person to put it together. I think there's a better way to pick colors though on this site, if I remember correctly. Color schemes. Let's go to this. Color themes. All right, maybe. So this is choosing green. Change. Wow, that's cool. So this is honestly pretty helpful. So if you're kind of on the fence of what kind of color you want to pick, this is a great one. Or if you know, it'll give you the correct matching for those colors. Like you can set it, you can change it a little bit. What I want is honestly green. Maybe a little lime green action here we got going. Bright as heck. Maybe I like dark. I like the dark options. See what we got going on. But yeah, you can use this to pick. I might go and pick my own in like in another RGB. Wheels. Where's the wheels? Color wheels. Wow, this is wild. RGB. What I really want. Let's go to the home. Just go home. Home. And, colors. Yeah, color picker. Here we go. This is what I really, really want. So this lets me just pick individual colors right here. So this is a color I'm liking a lot. I'm gonna let you guys pick your own colors. I'm gonna take some time to kind of think about this and go figure this out. And I'll get back to you in a little bit. What I'm gonna show you is actually this top right here. There's a little lightning bolt. This is where the magic starts to get involved. We're just gonna click on that. It's called Live Preview. And boom. No, I don't want to restore it. Show my site. There we go. You see that? So now that's exactly what we downloaded. It's going to be exactly the same. All the photos are in there. And now you can see it's just going to act. You can do inspect. This is very important. Don't miss out what I'm about to show you right here. If this is your first time in a developer tool, it's probably going to pop up like this. So it'll be like, oh, if you do right click and click inspect, it's going to pop up here. I like mine on the bottom. I think it's easier to navigate like that, so I do this. And you can click on this little icon here that looks like a cell phone and grab these tabs and make it look like a cell phone, expand. And this is kind of like what you want to get familiar with when you're in here and like trying to change colors and figure out what tags and elements and grids are being, like what's happening here. So for example, like I don't like this image. So what I'm going to do is use my little hover thing, click on it, and it's going to show me down here the master head. So that's the class, the text basically that makes this image appear. So if I want to get rid of that, I'm going to search in my CSS for that master head. So obviously, if you see if I pull that out of there, it's going to disappear. See how that happened? All the styling in that CSS folder that I told you guys about is associated to that tag master head. You refresh and it's going to go right back to normal. So since I copied that text, what we're going to do is here go into this HTML file that's popped up here that we just ran, and Control F and drop in master head. So see right there it is. So this is right here the element that we're referring to. And the cool thing about brackets is it kind of like has a little live preview and inspect element already. So what's going to happen? I want this to be like half view. There we go, half view. So the cool thing about brackets is if you hover over like elements like that, see how it just like they just did like a little like glowing thing. So right there, master head. So now the first thing I'd say that's important is to go through this and customize everything that you want to customize. All right, don't worry about the text right now. I'd say let's go to all the images out and put your images in. And if you didn't take your own photos, that's no problem. Just pull them off the internet, get stock photos, whatever you need to do, and put those all in a folder. And what we're going to do here is search through this file and see it's going to be under assets, image, layout. And so some of these logos, portfolio, team, about. So, and then right here is header BNG. You can see, you can click on these and see what the image is that's popping up. Logo. But it's probably going to be easier just to do a file explorer. So we're going to pull up a file explorer, desktop. And I have all my images in here for the site. And then this is the folder that we're running right now. So I'm going to open up, actually, can I open this in a new, new window, sweet. All right. So now we have this one, and I'm just gonna to not get you guys all mixed up here. So now I'm gonna open this guy up. So here's all my images that I want to include into my site. And this is the folder. You gotta find the hierarchy here. So assets, it's gonna be an assets image. And I wanna change, obviously, this is the one image that's being recalled and shot up to the front end. So I find what image do I want as my header, and that's in here. I have this separate. I think it's this one. So what I'm going to do is just actually we're going to copy this, copy the image that I want, and just drop it in, and replace the file and destination. I'm going to do that. So what I did here is basically you could either just drop it in and rename it to be whatever the previous name of that file was, or you can rename it before you drop in, like I had it already renamed, and then drop it in and it's just going to replace that file. So what we're doing here is kind of tricking, I don't want to say tricking, we're just replacing the photos that were already previously in there and putting our own photos in and just naming it the same. You just want to keep it the name the same, so then that's easier. There's less typing and changing stuff to do. You just have to change the file name. And so since I got that gone, I'm just going to run through and do the same thing. I'll show you one more time, basically. So let's say I have this one. I have... I have, what image do I want to put in there? I'll just say I just want this image in there. So I want this image to be thrown inside of that in that project. So I copy and I think it's the portfolio. Yeah, so I want to put this image right where that watch is. So I'm going to drop that in, paste, and rename as a 1. It's probably not going to let me because that one's in there. I'm going to say no. Delete this. I'm going to delete this one first, and then rename 1. And then I'm just going to close these real quick, just minimize them, and then open this up, and just refresh. And you can see already it's changed. See, so the 2 photos that I dropped in there are in there now. So I'm just going to not show you every single photo that I do and just do the same process and change every single photo that's on the site into a photo that I have. All you got to do is just do some searching and find these photos, open it up, and then replace it and change the file name. All right, so I'll meet you in a second when that's done and completed. I put in all the photos that I want for right now. I don't know what I'm going to do about this about page yet, if I want to change that or not. But everything's looking, oh my God, everything's looking pretty good right now. I'm happy for right now what I got in here, except for one thing. The logo that I put in isn't showing up. So I thought it would be pretty valuable for me to show you the thought process behind of like how figuring out if an image isn't showing up, what happened, like what went wrong. So what I'm going to do here is just click on it maybe, yeah, and then it'll just show me. So right here, image, assets, image, navbar. So it has basically what's going on here with the source equals. It's basically just telling the computer the file name to search and what image to show up. And everything's the same. And I know I named it navbar logo, but the one thing that I didn't account for is navbar logo dot CVG. My image is definitely not a CVG. So I think if I delete this, if I do a control space, it'll show up right there. So what images it possibly could be. Obviously PNG, and boom, it just showed up immediately as I did that. So now we know that that's what was going on there. So basically, if you have an image that isn't showing up, it's either the file hierarchy is wrong that you put it in, or the naming convention, or the file type. So just keep that in mind. Just make sure everything matches up perfectly in the source equals. Also, another thing to account for, if you put in an image like here or something, if you tried to put an image in here or even over here and it's not showing up, another possibility could be the sizing. You need to resize the image because it could be trying to put it in a huge image inside of a tiny crop, so that won't show up. So you need to think about that too. So yeah, now that all the images are in and you're happy with them, we're going to move on to colors, because obviously I don't like yellow, so it's not what I want. If you want to select and figure out what colors you want, I advise using this resource called W3 Schools. I did this a little bit earlier, so I know exactly what green I want. The theme that I want is going to be green, blue, and maybe like some white and black, like grayish. I might just leave the kind of gray that's in the website already and change stuff around like that. So I actually have, I think I have it in a folder saved somewhere, the colors that I picked. So basically what you're going to want is these 3 right here, just in case. You're probably not going to need the last one, the HSL. I primarily use the hex. This is a hex right here, a hexadecimal, or the RGB. This is the RGB. And this is basically tells the computer what color you're trying to achieve here. So I picked mine out already. I put it in a notepad. I advise you guys do the same so you don't forget what color you guys are sticking to. So just save it to a notepad. Let's see if I out. So it's these 2 right here, the colors that I picked out, and the other I have yet to select. This one up here is actually the yellow. I just saved that just in case. So I'm gonna close that just for right now. But now that I have my colors picked out, what we're gonna do here is actually inspect. So we're gonna do a little right click, inspect, just like I showed you a little bit earlier. Use this little a mouse in a square. Click on that, and over here there's a styles tab, and in the styles tab it actually shows all the CSS that it's getting. And the CSS, remember, just like I told you earlier, the CSS is a separate file that does all the styling. So the styling is just like colors and padding and all kinds of just different spacing. What I'm going to do is copy this color that's in here. And this is going to be very tedious, and I know you guys are probably going to hate this because I hate this just as much as you, and it gets real tedious. So we're going to copy that color and open up the CSS file right here you see in brackets, styles. And now what we're going to do is Control F and Control V. And you can see that these are all the times that it shows up. So there's 3 here and a bunch down here. It's just a ton. So I just gonna do a quick little just run through. I'm gonna change all these. It's gonna get tedious, so I just want to show you guys right here. All you're really doing here is changing this pad right here, this yellow, into whatever color you want. And I think I'm gonna do blue for right now. I think blue is the one that I want. So blue would be this color right here, and this blue is the one that I picked out, this hex. And you can't, actually you can throw in an RGB or a hex here. I like to keep it hex. I think it's easier, like it more. And boom, right there it is. So that's gonna change immediately. And you can see that it says BS-yellow. The reason I'm not gonna change that and just keep it to yellow is because it would just cause a lot more conflict to me to go through each line and change that. I'm just going to change the value of this, the contents. And what this is, when it says root right here, this thing that I just closed, root, it's like a global variable that the website will pick up on. So wherever BS-yellow is used, it's just going to use whatever the root says the color is. So I'm going to leave that as yellow, and it's going to actually show up blue. That has no actual effect on like the title. This is just like the label, the name of that value, which is our hex. So right down here, I think primary is also, yep, yellow. Like cool thing, you can hover over these and see what color they are. And then I'm just going to change this one too. Drop it in. And I'm just going to refresh just to see if it changed anything. It definitely did. I just don't know what yet. So those are only 2 values that I changed. But that's not very important right now. We're going to have to go through and change every single value. I think it might be Control A. Wait, let me Control find, right? So copy. Right there, warning. Yellow. Actually, Control H. Ah, sweet. Okay. So I think if you do Control H, this is way nicer. So Control H will just let you select all the values in here. You can see replace, replace batch, replace all. And I'm just going to replace all the yellow with my blue. So copy and put that in and replace all. And that should just, yep, changed everything. Minimize. And boom, you can see it takes effect immediately. Takes effect immediately. So boom, blue, blue, blue. All right, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Yep, see, blue, 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 blue. Awesome. So now that you know how to change the color of things, right? You can see, like, for some reason, these are still yellow. So, like, that's kind of an intriguing one. So what we're going to do is the same little method here. Do this little dot, click on it, see where it's getting the style element from. So, like, obviously, it's showing up yellow somehow. But how it, right here. Okay, so RGB, primary RGB, variable BS text opacity. So I'm actually just going to copy this this primary right here, copy that, go in our brackets and Control F it. And right there you can see what it is. And see, this is why we copied the RGB of that same color, so we don't just use hexes here. So this is yellow, and it comes up yellow. But I'm actually, I think I'm not going to do blue on that one. I think I'm going to do green because I want to change it up. So we're going to do the green RGB, and we don't want to put those parentheses in there just because obviously there's no parentheses in this one. So I don't want to change anything, have that wreck anything. So I'm going to drop that right in there and see what happens. And boom, it changed. See? Awesome. And now that we changed basically all the colors that we wanted, right? Oh, see, so this one comes up yellow too. So then we're going to see, where does this one get its coloring from, inspect, click on that, color A. Is that where it's coming from? No, that's blue, so that should be fine. It's actually gutter. So let's do, click on that. Body maybe. I wonder. So portfolio flag. So background. So background is FFC. Where is it? Oh, right here. Okay. RGB background. RGB. And what we're going to do is just copy this RGB number. Control copy. And do a search again. Control F. Drop it in. And right there it is. I don't know. Maybe I want this, since there's blue here. I think I want these to be green. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change these to green. Control copy and drop that in. So you can see, I don't want you guys to get thrown off by this. But you can see that there's we only have 3 digits in our RGB. And this has 4 digits. The reason that's actually happening is the 4th digit indicates the opacity. And the opacity is like how clear a color is or an image is. So I'm only going to copy the 3 in here and then just drop those 3 right there. So then that way it keeps that same opacity that it previously had. So let's just refresh and see what that's like. And boom, green. And I honestly think that looks pretty cool. I think the green looks cool. Don't like how these are different resized, so I might have to change that up actually. So these are the same, these are the same. Why is this one so different? That's interesting. These are the same. So I have to fix that. I'll resize that image in a little bit, but that's just a weird one. Just note, I guess. Keep the sizes the same. Looks better. Or maybe this one's different. No. Yeah, wait. I wonder actually. I'll check that out later. But okay. So we basically, everything's color-wise is looking pretty good. I will say I'm not a big fan of white just in general. So right here you can see this isn't like this is like an off-white, and I don't like just light colors on websites. So what I'm gonna do instead here is hover over, just like I showed you with the inspect tool. Click on that, and you can see background color. And remove it. It's this BS light RGB. So obviously I'm gonna click on that. I just want this title here. So BS Light RGB. Control copy. Go in our styles. Control F. I know this is monotonous and super like the same thing, but this is what it takes. I'm sorry guys, but I think at the end you're gonna be like, oh wow, that's kind of cool that it did this. So just hang in there. Just hang in. What color do I want that? I want that to be some kind of a gray, and I actually think I want this gray to match this gray nav bar. So I'm actually going to find that color that gray nav bar uses. So right there, background color right there, and you can see that this is a hex and not an RGB. I mean, I could just throw it in here just like so, like this, and it should in theory run correctly, but for some reason it doesn't. So I think it's because it's a background image or background color and not just like a normal color or something like that. So that won't work for some things like RGB. So what I'm going to do is, you know, that resource I told you guys about earlier, W3 Schools, right back to it. And I'm going to pick a color value or enter. So see where it says or enter a color value? Just Control V that color and click OK. And boom, it shows up right here. I'm actually just going to copy that right there. Copy. And I'm going to open this up. And this is my gray / black. And then just right below it, just boom, keep those in there. Copy that RGB, Control copy, and find our brackets, open our site again, and just drop it right in where we try to put that hex. And boom, right there it is. So that looks, I like that. Looks good. Good like that, honestly. The gray text looks cool like that. And maybe, and boom, it actually does it for this too. I'm actually going to keep that. I kind of like that. That looks cool. That looks good. I don't like this white here. And like I kind of want this theme to go in tune with my header here. So it's like grayish. So we got the gray color. It's like the nav bar. We got the blue. We got the green. What we don't have is that like cream kind of like weird color of my shirt. So I'm going to change that cream color to be basically where the services are. So that way it basically follows a good theme, a good tone. So basically what I'm going to do to try to find the color, like just kind of search for it since I don't have that color on hand. I'm just going to go to that resource like I told you, W3 Schools, pretty sweet, and click on this one. Looks pretty good. I might, that looks pretty clean. Maybe. What about this? That one looks good. I think I'm going to go with that one. Check it out, see what it looks like on there. Control copy. Boom, boom. And we're just going to basically find where this gets its color from, or if it gets its color from anywhere. So body, font family, line height, color. Not that, but like, is it background colors? So it doesn't look like this actually. Maybe it does. I feel like it should. Does that look white? That doesn't look white at all, does it? No, I don't think it gets its color from anywhere. So basically, now I'm going to show you guys how to write your first line to like basically get what you want out of something. So what I'm going to do here is actually find out what that is. So page section, ID services. So the class is page section. So I'm going to go to styles just like I'm in here, and where it says body, I could even do body. No, that will do everything, I think. Or background color, body gray. What is that? Background color. Where's BG? What color is that? That's a white. So right there, I could just change that. That's what I'm gonna do. Go to this notepad, put in t-shirt, shirt, color, and boom, it's right there. And I need a hex for that. So I'm gonna grab this hex, copy, paste it right on in there. Boom, and there's your hex. Oh, geez, no, cancel. Save, cancel. All right, I actually think that's good. That's actually not a bad color at all. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see, I'm gonna exit out of this just to see it. Let's check it out full screen. It does look like it matches my t-shirt pretty well, doesn't it? Boom. This needs to be resized. It bothers the heck out of me. All right, so colors, basically all the colors are good. Now it all comes down to content and text. So this is going to be the more of the, I'd say creative. I wouldn't say creative, actually. I'd say just like more of the substance. You're going to have to find things of what you want to say. Hopefully you have some stuff that you already know what you want to say. So let's get into that. So now that we got all our colors in order, let's get into the content of this page. But actually, before we do that, I'm going to see if I can fix this this image sizing. So I'm just going to open that up. There we go. Website. Which one is it? All right. Which one is it? The about portfolio. This one, yeah, it does look smaller. What's this one sized at? I'm trying to check. So custom versus original. So it is just that 4:3. All right, so 4:3, but I feel like this is 4:3. 2032. That's what that's good. Let's see if it fixed it real quick. There we go. All right, awesome. That's good. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So, content. I actually think I figured out what I'm going to do with this about page. I'm going to probably change this into like film or just like video with like a little, or maybe this will be just upcoming videos that I'm doing. So I have maybe a few just on the back burner that are going to be placed up for people to see. Maybe come here and look at this and be like, oh, I could see what videos he's going to come out with next. So that's what I'm going to do there. For some reason, this title, it's the same color. All right. So I don't want a contact page. That's what I realized. So I'm actually just going to delete that. And the way we're going to do that is just open this up. I'm going to do this little, size it up. And here it is. Okay. I don't want a contact page just because, I don't know, I feel like no one's actually going to come here and contact me. So I'm just going to delete it. I go to index here, scroll down, find it. There she is. So how are we going to do this? I just click on, it'll show me right here. So clients, you just click on that and you can see right there it is. So I'm just going to take this and delete that. All right, good. And then contact section, and it's pretty big. So I'm going to come from here. Okay. Now I'm feeling pretty good. All right, good to go. Got our footer, team, and this one's just going to be film. So we're probably going to need one less, contact. It's going to be missing then. So about, team, portfolio. I'm just going to change navbar real quick. I actually created a document for my context. So like I actually typed up a few words to say in my drive. So I'll just find this real quick. So you want to put a website. Here it is. Okay, so for the top part, I'm changing the services into goals, and I'm just going to do that by coming into brackets and finding, I'll just click on this, right there it is, contents, container, e-commerce, where's the header? There it is, header, okay. And I'm going to change that to goals. That looks good. What I'm just going to say. This is what I'm shooting for. I don't know. No, I might just delete. I don't know what that is. This is why I didn't want to. This is why I wish I had more typed up, because now I kind of am here trying to figure out what to type. This. What I plan to accomplish with my life in the near future. All right. I didn't capitalize. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of boring, honestly, unless you like this stuff. I hope you do. I don't like this stuff. I don't like typing anything. So health, wealth, and happiness. That's what we're going for here. My goal ruiners. I know. Cheesy. 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 And I'm choosing health because I'm a fat, lazy sack of garbage. And type in health here. Good, 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 good. And then what's my second one here? Not that one. Here we go. Wealth. Yeah, sorry, I'm like going off here. What we actually are trying to do here is only type where, or change, I guess, where you see these brackets. So there's like, can I zoom in here for you guys for your liking? No, I don't think I can. Can I make this bigger? I still can't even zoom in. So like these brackets, they're like encased right here. You can see there's going to be a starting bracket and a closing bracket, and you can see like where I'm putting in these contents. this text is actually in between those brackets. So only, how do I say this? So like H2 is a header, H3 is a header, P is just like a text, like a paragraph text, and then these classes are where it's taking its style from. So like what color the font is and like what font it is and things along those lines. I don't want you to get too confused about that. I only want you guys to change things on this site, or I guess, or when you're first starting. Eventually, you're going to dive deeper into this and understand probably even more than I do right now. But like, what things do what, and classes are just a way for it to pick up styling or even JavaScript. These divs are just ways that containers, how it's placed and like stored on the site. And then again, like just right here in between these brackets are just text, where obviously like this is a Navbar services portfolio. We know where this is. We've seen it on the site. So those are like, I don't know, just like the key factors to know what to change when you're on here. So like obviously services, what do I want services to be? I no longer want that to be services. I'd rather that be goals, because that's going to be the contents of the page. So what I'm going to do here is find that right here. Services. I'm going to change that to goals. I don't know if this is actually capitalized or not. So we're going to see real quick. Yeah, everything's capitalized in this one. And you'll notice, like, if it doesn't listen to like what you're saying in here, where it's like, oh, where you need to type in capitals, or it's not typing in capitals, that means that like in one of these classes that it's assigned, it's actually getting a certain style that's making these letters capitalized, and this color, like this goals and things like that, what we already changed, it's just picking these up from the styling sheet. Okay, so let's just keep going through here and changing our text, and I'm gonna just hurry up through this and get back to you in a second. The majority of my content down right now, just a little bit, but when I was doing this, I realized where is it? Oh, here. I thought a good example to show you guys is like, if you see something on this page that maybe like you want to not get rid of, but just not have like shown on the development side, like the front end for a user. I'm actually, so like this is my video contents page. I only have one video right now. But when I get a few more out there, I'm going to obviously add to this list. But for now, I don't want this to just be like empty, or I just want to save my content basically here. So what I'm going to do here is find where should be like, so that's all right here. From here to here, it looks like I want to get rid of. So, but I don't want to completely get rid of it. So what I'm going to do here is actually do a little caret, so a little less than or greater than sign here, and then exclamation point, dash, dash. And then you're going to do another dash, 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 and then close it with a greater than sign. And then you cut those, take those out just like that, right? And then to where you want it to be basically forgotten, right here is where I want it to be. See what just happened there? That's called a comment. Like if you want to like maybe even like write notes to yourself, that's kind of a good thing to do. You can type in here and be like, oh, this is what this does below. You can probably see these. Yes, right here, about is a comment. That won't show up on your page. So you could comment things out just for the sake of, just if you want it to look better, just for organization, things like that. So I just wanted to comment that out because I'm going to get back to that later when obviously my page is live and I have more videos on here. I could even put this probably video on here as the second one below. So as far as things, so like up here, here's another thing. I don't want obviously health to be a grocery cart. So these things are actually called icons. So there's like happiness, there's a little laptop, and health, there's a lock. I don't want those because honestly, I mean, they don't symbolize those things. So we're going to go to a site called Font Awesome. So we're going to go right up here and type in font right there it is. And this has my history saved already because I was already looking at Bitcoin when the camera was off. So this is going to be one that I use. I want this one. So the cool thing about this is this site has so many examples to like what you could use, and it's awesome. I don't know, there's just a bunch of different ones. I mean, you could not run out of like icons. I feel like on this, there's so many. PayPal, like freaking Ethereum, handshaking. I mean, everything. Google Wallet, Google Pay, Key. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. Like you could use these, integrate these. It'll make your site look pretty cool. And right up here at the top, you can see this copy HTML. So that's honestly what we're going to do. We're just going to copy that. Go back to our brackets and our site. Click on, right there, basically where we're trying to be. And it brought us right to it, the stack here. And these are all different, like they're kind of like layered, I can tell, because this class, it's like layered icons. So this one's like a stack of a span, right? So what this does is it layers these two together. Circle, so obviously circle is under this lock right here, and then these all have like the sizing and the inverse. So this like inverses the color instead of being black to like white, and then the text primary. So yeah, this is just like you can see right here, this lock. So instead of it being a lock, we want it to be a Bitcoin. Let me just do this real quick, just under this, put that in, and then copy this Bitcoin class, just cut it out of there, and then just delete that and put it right over that lock one. And boom, there it is. It fell right into place. Boom, boom, boom. Just what like we wanted. Perfect, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go find the two other ones for this and do the exact same thing. Just make sure you're finding the correct one. So like laptop, it's not gonna be circle. It's gonna be this one right here. And yeah, you can just drop it in. It needs to be this eye encasing it. So yeah, I'm gonna find two other ones for happiness and health. So I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, so all the content and icons seem to be in pretty good. I mean, everything's all right except for the titles here. Obviously they're the same color as the background, and I need to change that, as well as I don't like the fact that this this nav bar kind of floats over this this content that's the same color and doesn't have like an outline or a border or anything like that to make it like kind of pop. So I'm also going to do that. And then one last thing is linking this to like things like maybe Instagram or YouTube. So that's what I'm going to do with this. So I'm going to show you guys how to link real quick. And then actually I'll do the color of the titles first. So we're going to change the color of the titles first, and then we're going to do the linking. So just going to do a little inspect like we did before. Real easy. Float over our text here, section, so it's supposed to say travel because I changed that. And we're going to look to see where it's getting its possible color from. So right here, body, color. So what I'm going to do is just basically, copy that. Copy, go here into style sheet, and then control find. Seems, yep, so just I'm going to click this until I get, oh god, I missed it. Get to the root here, and obviously this is going to be an RGB. The thing here is, that's why I saved the RGBs just for this case. I want this to be blue, I think. So I'm going to change this to a blue RGB. Copy. See what that looks like real quick. Plop it down. Wow, that was no. Yeah, I don't like that. All right, that's not what I want at all. So Control Z. Body BS. Yeah, that's not okay. Sorry, I'm at the wrong one. Body BS background. So what I want to do here is control copy, and I'm just gonna paste this in here just to get what I need from it. Here, copy, Control F, Control. Did I just do it correctly? Body, yep, okay, looks like I did. And it's not coming up anywhere, which is a bad sign. It's not too good. Maybe, let's try this. Yeah, that's weird, okay, so it's getting this color from, what I'm going to do is just search up body real quick. So if I find body, that maybe dash color. Yeah, here we go. Found it, and this is a hex, so we're going to get our hex instead. Alright, geez, that was a little too much there. Okay. And boom. See what happens. Boom. Alright, that looks good. I like. Looks good. Copyright. I'm okay with that. Whatever. Oh, I don't like that I changed these though. Alright, what can I do here? Let me think. So I don't want these to be blue at all. No, I don't. I want them to be black. So it looks more like a Polaroid. So I'm gonna find them, inspect, find these, where are these at? I'm gonna have to change these, wherever it gets its color from, I want it to be black. So I'm gonna follow this portfolio caption heading, control copy, go to, why don't we do in styles first and see if it's getting its color from here. Yeah, so let's see captions. So that's the only place it shows up. So what I'm going to do here is under this, inside these tags here, I'm going to do color, just like that, and maybe just do black, boom. And that doesn't look too bad. Kind of like the other color. No, black's fine. Black is fine. Alright, I've noticed right now too, like when I hover over tell me more, it changes to a color. Obviously, I don't want that color. I'd rather have it be green when it hovers over. So I'm going to inspect that as well. Inspect. And see if I can find where it's getting this hover from. It's probably this orange here. Let's control copy that, find it in here. Orange. I'm assuming, I'm going to change that to my green. Where are we? Green. Yep, right there. Hex. Steal that. And hover over this and just pop it in there. I'll see if that did what I wanted it to. Nope. Okay, so that's not good. Maybe a refresh. No, it's still out. So unhover backward here. This is where I'm going to go. All right, good deal. So I'm going to copy this. Control copy. Control find. Background color, orange, yep. Get rid of that. So orange is such a disgusting color too. I don't know why anyone would want that. Sorry if your favorite color is orange. Alright. I hope this isn't too boring for you guys. I hope you're hanging in there with me. Alright, so we're good to go. Let's check this out. And boom, we're good. Okay. Honestly, I think everything's good. So now I'm going to show you guys how to link to, like, obviously Instagram and YouTube and whatever, TikTok. I don't know how to do that. I'll figure that out when I'm going through this. So I'm going to show you guys what you're going to do. So Hello Weird Attractions is an Instagram page for my travel page, me and my significant others. So what we're going to do here is go on our page, find it, found around it, and we are going to just copy this link. Control copy and go back to this. And what we're going to do here is just click on that. Oh, I need to be on my index page. Click on that so it pops up where I need to. Right here, you can see. And what I'm going to do is encase this in an I. So I, close, and then it'll auto correct that. We're going to put control, cut that, and then put it right here behind it. So now, and then what I'm going to do here, actually, shoot, I did an I. It's supposed to be an A, excuse me. Sorry about that. A is for link. A. And then what we're going to do here is put href. So href equals parentheses. Okay. And since we copied that link, all we're going to do is just drop it right on in here. Didn't do it. Oh man, I Control Z, go back and copy that link again. Control copy. And let's go back, boom, and put that right on in there. All right, and yep, and see how it turned blue like that? Boom, 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 boom. And I don't know, maybe I want a green. Yeah, I might change that to so links show up green. And that, why is that? Okay, so it did work. Okay, good deal. So then, boom, pops up, shows you. You can like all these. Awesome. Sweet, sweet. All right, so that's how you do that. And for YouTube, it could be a little different. I might, let me think whether you could do two types of, what do you call it, linking for YouTube. So you could go to your YouTube page and go to your channel. And you could either do like an embedded link here. So like, you can go down and with the share, you can do embed right here with these two little tags here. And you can kind of just put this whole iframe inside of your website and it'll actually just pop up and be able to play on your site alone. Or you could do just a link to your channel. Trying to figure out which one I want to do right now. I want to do the channel just for right. Yeah, I want to do the channel just for right now. So we're going to go back, channel, control, copy, and then go back to brackets. We need this one. We want this to be a link. So it didn't take me to it, did it? Yeah. Okay, right here, do the same thing, absolutely same thing. Boom, A, close it, and then we want to take the closing bracket and put it behind our text, but still inside that header one. And then we go inside the A, inside here, so you guys can see that, inside the A, behind the A, space it out, href equals parentheses, and then we're going to steal that link here I showed you, and we're going to drop it right on in, and boom. Okay, and now let's check and see if that works. And it looks like it did. Looks like I got the connection, and boom. Yep. All right, good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. And you could be like, oh, I'm gonna subscribe. Yeah, woo. All right. So now we got that. Whoa, what's going on here with my colors? What is going on? Maybe it like break. Oh, okay. I think it just breaks the link. Yeah. Okay. So we're good to go. All right. So everything looks good. I think I'm gonna change. I think I'm gonna change the link here to be green. So I'm gonna hover that, click on there. The link's good. Okay, and obviously it's gonna be an A. So we're just gonna Control copy A, go into styles, Control find, drop the A. But actually, let's put a space and then a parentheses behind it, so then that way it'll find, there it is. So you can see that's blue. I want it to be green, so go to our little notepad where we have all our colors, copy green, and boom. Let's see how that worked out. Refresh. And it is green, but man, does that not look. It looks good on the dark one, but I don't know. Let me think. Let me see what I could do. What I might do here is do background color, right? And change it into whatever color that one is. So I'm going to inspect it real quick, the background. Whatever color this one is, which would be RGB. Copy that and drop it in and see how that looks. Wow, that does not. No. Yeah, it's not good. Okay, so that's not what we want. What we're gonna do here is Control Z, Z. I don't know. Background color, maybe that's not what I want. Shoot. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think a ruiner. Should do titles that are green and then do no, because that'll look bad anyways. Might do something. It looks good right there. Like that looks like ideal. But when you come down here, it does not look very good. Wonder why that broke like that. It like broke it so hard. It's because there's just so many links. That's the problem. Okay, so that's not going to be a good way to solve that. Maybe I should just change the color. Maybe I should just change the color. As much as I don't want to. Let me think. I actually think I know. I'm going to change it to yellow, I think. I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do what I don't want to do and just make it blue. It's whatever. Alright. That's how it's going to be. Whatevs. Yeah, that's fine. A little hover to green. I could deal with that. Alright. Everything looks fine. They're linked. Everything seems to be linked. I'm going to finish up all my links because I have a few more, like the icon ones to link up. It's going to be the same process you guys already saw. It's just going to be a really easy one. So yeah, let me do that real quick and then get back to you. Completely live. So basically everything's good to go. So everything works properly. Colors are all good. Everything's working good. So that means we can now completely make this thing legitimate. So all we have to do, make sure you save your files in this this folder that you have. And what we're going to do here is go to 000webhost.com, and this is free. I'm just going to use a free one just because I'm not like doing a bunch of crazy stuff with data. It's just for the sake of creating a website. So I'm going to sign up for free. Let's just do a Google. Okay. All right, let's do it. So, learn web development. No, build an online store. No, web development, start a blog. Other, yeah, let's just do other. Site name optional. Whoopsie. AverageGuyIsaac.com. What is this? Okay. So we're going to do upload here, just like you saw me click on. Public HTML, I'm assuming it's going to be this one. Oh, what just happened? Go back. Wait, what? Okay, that's the folder I'm in. Temp. Wonder if, can I just upload a file? New folder. Yeah, upload files. Select files. Let's go to desktop. Click the one we want. Open. All right, after a lot of trial and error, I realized I deleted my first public underscore HTML file. You need that. You need all these files. This temp and then this. Okay, it's not here. But you need it to be inside of that file for it to actually work. So I was over here trying to figure out why it wasn't working. So now that we have the files correctly ordered, make sure it's inside this public underscore HTML and then has the correct hierarchy for all your images and things like that. We can go to my sites, and under here it has this little this domain name. There's basically URL right now. We can click on that and just check it out. See, it's acting like expected, which is so good. Awesome. So happy to see that. It's pretty sweet. Boom, boom. Everything's good. That's what I like to see. All right. So now what we're going to do here is actually, since we have a domain name, we can actually change it so it's not like that weird URL .www.webhost.app or whatever.com. We can actually go here and we can do manage website, I think is the correct one. And after this loads, it will, there we go, pop up here. And you could go down here to do park domains, or you can go into website settings. I'm going to just do park domains real quick. And then right here, you can see that I have it parked at averageguyiisaac.com. And the way you do that is manage and link website. Or you could do add domain. When you do this here, you can see, so over here to the right, what is park domain? I think there is a certain DNS manage. No, let's just do add domain, park domain maybe. So next, all right. So right here. So domains must be registered to do a valid link. So it has to be registered, obviously, to their site first before it can be linked to your domain. And then whenever you or purchase your domain through whatever site, they will have a web hosting text box you can enter, but you need to enter both of these into at. So for example, mine is domain.com. The way to do this would have been for DNS and name servers. That's what you want to go under, and then add those name servers to it. And you can see I already added those. And just keep in mind, if you add them and then connect it and it says it's linked and everything, and it says that everything's perfect, it will still take probably up to 24 hours, I think maximum, for it to actually work. So just to show you that this is working, we'll go to averageguyiisaac.com. Do that. Yeah, obviously, yeah, we're good. That's fine. And boom, you can see everything's working. Boom, good to go. Awesome, great, grand, wonderful. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy your site. So celebrate a little bit and have a great day. Thank you.